You're the best around. No one's ever gonna get you down. Okay, we have exited Cancer season and entered Leo season. Yay! Everybody loves lions. And we have a tropical depression that has formed off the coast of Florida. And hey, wow, as long as I don't have to pick a category, I can be right every time. Okay, if you remember, I told y'all that we were going off of the Irma guesstimation, and I think Irma hit about here. And so you just take it 210 miles east. So it would be there, or I can't remember exactly where Irma hit. I remember that I had quote-unquote landfall being at around Fort Lauderdale. Although I said it might not make landfall because 210 miles out is actually still in the ocean. As Cranky Weather Guy has pointed out, the atmospheric conditions mean a whole lot. And then I pointed out to him, yes, unless it's going to be in September and October, when the exterior planetary pressures caused by Eris and Neptune will have a greater effect. Because you see, all the gas giants being on the same side of the sun creates imbalance in our solar system. And I'm pretty sure it affects the atmosphere, the earthquakes, and the volcanoes 110% more than your government or your science is telling you. All you got to do is go out in the night, look at Saturn and Jupiter together. They're coming together for basically an election rendezvous where they're going to get married. So I like to imagine Saturn is a woman. And we have way too many male planets in our solar system. We need more balance, dude. So shit is going to get crazy, but that is until September and October. So now we are watching TD, whatever the hell it's called. And it's going to come up close to Florida, may make landfall, may not. And then it may curve around and may stay strong enough to make it to England. Interesting. So this falls in line with the 210-mile approximation. Actually, it's more approximate than approximately. Guess that I've been taking, which will make the September hurricane very interesting. Although the September hurricane does have a chance to curve out to sea. The October, though, zero chance. Inside of Florida, near Tampa Bay. And so the chances of it developing into a hurricane are probably pretty dang low overnight. So that's good because it's pretty close. It's still going to bring some heavy rain. And that area is going to be getting a lot of heavy rain in the future, meaning the next week. Do you see what I'm talking about? And I want to take this moment out to remind you, Asteroid Fight Club is awesome. You are awesome. And I love you. And I appreciate all your awesomeness. Yeah, you got rain coming. Florida. And part of the coast. Plus, things have been weird. We are at 58,000 lightning strikes. And so I want to remind you, the highest I've ever seen on this map, which is over a 48-hour span, is 64,000. So we are only 6,000 away from the peak. And I ain't trying to scare anybody. But we did get that 7.1 earthquake maybe 8 to 12 hours after we had 64,000 lightning strikes. And this is definitely an active lightning zone. I've been hearing some pretty badass thunder here in Houston. So we will keep monitoring it. Lately, the lightning strikes start to drop as I make a video, I guess, that makes everything cooler. Right now we're at 58,496. You know I'll be covering it for you because that is what I do. 58844. And I want to thank all of you who stick with me during the times that I lose my mind. It happens, man. The world has been crazy. So there's our spot that we're watching. We got another giant wave rolling off of Africa. What's weird, though, is the thing behind it is trying to spin. So, it's just cray-cray all around. Did you know that when I started my YouTube channel 6.7 years ago, my goal was to just make funny videos? Just nonsensical funny videos. I never planned to be a semi-expert at weather, hurricanes, solar activity, gas giants, astrophysics and stuff. It just happens. Life surprises you sometimes. So there you go. There's the area we were watching. And I highly recommend you cross-reference your sources and you do your own due diligence, because none of us are correct all the time. Serious question to the All-Pro Asteroid Fight Club members, including you, Wonder Woman, Selena. God, you're gorgeous. And tough, strong. We're going to have a September and October Asteroid Fight Club meeting. I highly recommend it if we want to save lives. We'd have to go to the location. I can't afford to fly anywhere. Do you believe in love? And hey, Ariana, I know you're listening. So breathe in deep and spritz yourself. Number 3, Chantal. It's a slider. I would watch out, though, South Carolina and North Carolina. I would think you'd have some development area in here. We'd have to check wind shear. We're just going to watch the heat map as I riff about nonsensical stuff. Hey, Amber Khan, how am I supposed to collect all those fuels? See, it's got development fuel. Anything over 80 is part of the course for cyclonic development. We are now going to watch the European model, see what it does with any type of development. It just has a big blob of rain. Kind of sits there, though, for a second. And this thing is stutter-stepped. Oh, that reminds me. Great. Now I want to have sex again. Well, shit. Dakota Smith, another Asteroid Fight Club All-Star member. Wait, wrong button. Here. Showing us 24 hours of swirls, bubbles, troubles, and possible toil. Bubbles, troubles, and toil? How does it go? Jim Cantori, meanwhile, in the Bahamas, Tropical Depression number 3 formed this afternoon over the northwest Bahamas, about 120 miles southeast of West Florida Beach, Florida. Max winds of 30 miles per hour, minimal strengthening expected as the depression moves north just off the coast before merging with the advancing cold front Tuesday night. Like I said, it's going to become a Quetzalcoatl storm. Dadabu Wavemaster letting us know it is now a tropical depression. Ooh, look at the crack in California. That came after my May 22nd. California, Oregon, Washington, Canada earthquake and volcano watch, which will be on for about another 6 years. Nathan the Nerd, another Asteroid Fight Club All-Star member who is always on top of it. And thank you for that, Nathan. Tropical Depression number 3 has formed in the North Bahamas today. Not too much development is expected. Next name is Chantal. Jim Cantori kicking ass as usual. You can see how quickly this area is lighting up with warnings. Yeah, like I said, I put out a video last night saying I got that feeling that the weather's going to get wild. Be sure and check out Cranky Weather Guy's blog if you get a chance. Sometimes we disagree, which makes it more fun. It's like a buddy cop duo, except we're covering weather. Although I know he's been busy lately, which is good. And yes, Nick Loves is drop dead gorgeous, sexy, and cute, but I think Hyuna is in the lead, to be honest. But that changes daily. Super cool Dr. Rick Nab, flare up today of 94L, was not well forecast. Hey, I forecasted pretty dang great, didn't I, guys? Once again. But northern part of the tropical wave causing it has been tracked across Atlantic since leaving Africa a week and a half ago. Tropical Atlantic waters cool, Caribbean sheer strong, but now this is farther north over the Gulf Stream. And I don't like it when I pat myself on the back too, but I call this one pretty freaking accurately. And Astro Fight Club taught me not to super hard guess categories anymore. So I'm not. Although I think the ones in September and October are going to be major hurricanes. I love you guys. Serious sidebar question. I know that night of the Asteroid Fight Club meeting, I was honestly so focused on punching that hurricane back to Saturn. When I was sitting on that bench across from the 4 of the most beautiful women on the planet, what would have happened if I would have stood up and asked each and every one of you for a hug? What if? Breaking news, Taylor Swift is starting to learn she makes mistakes. That's cute, and I forgive you. And Venus is going to be dabbling in the douchebag zone, flirting with unwanted pregnancies, STDs, and disaster well into 2020. Men of Earth, I stand with you. And just be prepared for that shit. She's over here hanging out with Mars, oil, and Discord for way too long. So we're going to be coming around and she's going to be just, I don't know, it's going to be dicey times again. It's going to be like all men are garbage on the media all the time for a while. I'm so sick of that. Let's bring back rock and roll and comedy. Good idea. I love you guys and you ladies. Some of the women will be ahead of the curve, and I appreciate that. But damn, I'm so glad cancer season's over. Speaking of the sun baby, the Teletubbies sun baby has a baby. Baby. I feel like I'm getting too cocky. That's never good. Okay. I'm not cocky, though. I don't know. I do a good job. So we're watching the GFS model now. I'm going to smoke them if you got them. If there's a moment of silence, probably because I'm looking for my smokes. But yeah, you can see it. It's got a chance to bring some heavy rain up the coast. And there is still a chance of development. I want to thank you guys again. You know, you guys give me the ability to wake up and make a video about whatever I want every single day. And not having a boss is like the greatest thing ever. And I just get to be me, man. You know? And I've cut way down on talking about women's butts. You know, I love their eyes, the favorite feature on the woman, but you can't spank an eyeball. Well, you could, but that wouldn't lead to enjoyable times. What am I talking about? I don't know. Crazy shit. Okay, so I will be watching this. Oh, you love models. I'll give you models, baby. Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth? Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. Yeah. Okay, so no development here. I didn't request a sounding. We'll just watch it roll out, see if it has any hurricanes pop up. Probably not, though. And the good news is, by deducing this stuff and revolutionizing science, I will have given us like a full 30-day warning on the northeast coast hurricane. It should start to show up on the models in the middle of August, because the models are 16 days out. So yeah, no major alerts, but we're going to keep watching this thing. You guys are awesome and amazing, and I love you, and I appreciate you. And I appreciate that you appreciate me. It's great. So stay cool, and I'll talk to y'all in the near future. Peace out. God bless everyone.